Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Friday chat with Father Pat. Typically on Fridays, we save this little piece of time to talk about things that are going on at St. Simon and Jude on the weekend. This edition of the program is going to not do that quite so much, and that is because of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops and their virtual meeting that they are in the midst of as we speak, and undertaking some important issues that Father Pat, I know that you think our parishioners will be interested in hearing about.
Yeah, so you may have heard this. It's been both in the Catholic media and in the secular media, but the USCCB is today debating whether to go forward with a document on the Eucharist. Um, the main idea of the document is to talk about the Eucharist and the importance of the real presence in the life of the church. But one of the matters that will bring up, and so one of the matters covered in the document will be the issue about politicians receiving the Eucharist who oppose church teachings. To talk specifically, right? Politicians like President Biden and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, who are faithful Catholics, whether they should receive the Eucharist or not. There are some of the bishops that believe that we should wait to start producing this document until all the bishops can meet in person. And in fact, the Vatican had sent a letter asking that the bishops defer this until they can all meet in person. The bishops who had already decided this would be on the agenda for this meeting, led by the president, which is the Bishop of Los Angeles, Archbishop Gomez. They had decided to keep it on the agenda to debate whether or not they should start compiling this document. Whatever they debate and all, I think it's important for us to realize that kind of our part in the debate. I mean, we need to first understand the importance of the Eucharist in our own life, and that's the thing that we can affect, and that's the good part of this document. Creating this document, actually, discussion of it began a couple of years ago, even pre-COVID. Bishop Robert Barron started talking about the need to educate the faithful and to do things with adoration and all to promote the Eucharist and to promote the understanding of the Eucharist. And along with this document, the bishops will be talking about a whole series of activities, a new kind of office that'll be there in the USCCB that'll be there to help promote the Eucharist and teach us about the real presence and all. And that's the important matter, and that's the matter that I think we as a parish need to embrace and talk more about. It's always been my concern with COVID that we don't talk enough about the Eucharist, and that is the reason why people would return, why people should return, is this desire to receive the Eucharist, this desire for the real presence, and it's important that we instill that. And so I don't want us to lose sight of that very important message while we focus on the important aspect of the Eucharist and what it means to be in communion and what it means that we have politicians that seemingly aren't in communion with the church, and how we communicate that, how that's an important debate to have. But we have to start with the fundamentals. And so we need as a parish to continue to talk about the Eucharist and about the real presence, and to talk with our neighbors and talk with others about the importance of recognizing the real presence in the Eucharist. So I hope out of all of this, we don't get lost, we don't lose sight of the important message within all the politics. Obviously, the reporting on this is going to be skewed one way or another because of the whole politics in it. They're going to, the secular media is obviously looking to create a major controversy here. And so they are going to play it up. And, I think we all just need to take a step back and say, okay, well, this is just the beginning of a discussion, not the end. And we need to continue to have that discussion in the church and not lose sight of the important message about the real presence of the Eucharist.
Which is how our individual Catholics in the pews need to continue to view the matter, what it's all about.
That's the important, the whole debate, to me personally, right? I'm not going to have a politician in here, particularly a politician that opposes that's not pro-life. I don't know one in the area, Catholic. So I'm not going to have that question come to me, or none of our people will have that question of whether they should receive communion. What we do have that question that we face every day is the question of, what does the Eucharist mean in my life? What does receiving the Eucharist mean in my own life? And that's the important thing we need to concentrate on, not to minimize the issue of politicians receiving it and the whole idea of communion and all. And that's a worthy discussion. And I think we need to continue to understand that better, but we shouldn't lose sight of the base question, which we all can answer right now, which is the question of, what is the importance of receiving the Eucharist in my life, and that real presence in my life.
Father, thank you for the clarity on this matter. We appreciate your insight and help in understanding what it should be about to all of us.
Yeah. And one thing, don't forget, this weekend is Father's Day, and we'll have a consecration to Saint Joseph at all of our masses this Father's Day. The watchmen who have been going through the 30-day consecration to Saint Joseph will be gathering together at the 11:30 Mass to lead us in that consecration. But all of us will have the opportunity to make a consecration to Saint Joseph this weekend. Hopefully you've been following it along in the flock notes, as each day for the last 33 days, we've been putting out a daily reflection and daily challenge. But here on Father's Day, we will stop to consecrate ourselves to the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the earthly Father of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Father, thank you. We'll talk to you on Monday.